Hey everybody, so we got some big news yesterday on the television front as far as who is going to be broadcasting NHL games next season. We've known for quite a while now that ESPN was getting a huge chunk of the deal. However, there was still a second part of the television deal that needed to be signed on to by another broadcasting network. And it turns out that it's going to Turner Sports, which is not, I think, many people's first thought of who would get it. A lot of people thought it would either just go back to NBC, who is now out of hockey starting next year for the first time in years since the lockout. A lot of people thought Fox would be the one if NBC didn't get it, but it actually goes to Turner, who has channels like TNT and TBS. They do basketball, baseball, and they are now going to be getting into the hockey games. So there's an article here up on Sportsnet that kind of just goes over everything, and I just kind of want to run through that and take a look at the major details here. Important thing of note is that the NHL has not come out and officially said this yet, and neither has Turner. So it's, I guess, not official yet, although pretty much everyone is reporting that this is going to be what the deal is. I don't know why they're waiting to actually confirm it, but the reports are all out there, and this is an article on Sportsnet with a lot of the details. Take a look here. From the Associated Press sources, Turner Sports gets the rights to second NHL TV package. And if we scroll down here, just Turner is the winner of the second television package. The two sides agreed on a 7-year contract, which includes 3 Stanley Cup finals. The people told the Associated Press, now they have said that the contract has not been finalized. And Turner and the NHL do not have any immediate comment on it. However, it's being widely reported that this is the deal. So I think the NHL is just waiting for something. I don't know what, but I would imagine that this is going to be how it actually all turns out. Obviously, 7-year contract is the same length as ESPN's. It has 3 Stanley Cup finals in it, which means ESPN gets the other 4, as it was stated in their contract. Turner Sports the agreement will give Turner the agreement with Turner will give the NHL 2 network partners in the United States for the first time since 1998-99. So it had been only one channel for hockey for over 20 years in the league, and now it's going to be split again for the first time in a while. So obviously their agreement with Walt Disney Corporation, which obviously owns ESPN, included 4 Stanley Cup finals, 25 regular season games, and the NHL All-Star Game and streaming rights. The NHL receives $350 million in broadcast revenue from NBC. And what they have with ESPN Plus right now, the upcoming deals will average $635 million per season between the two, between Disney and Turner. So this is a big upgrade as far as money goes from the NHL standpoint per season. They're going from about $350 million per year to $635 million per year for their television rights. So that is absolutely a huge, huge boost to the league financially, and big for them money-wise to be getting that much money per season, which is significantly more than what they have been getting. Not quite double, but I mean getting pretty close to double what they had been getting from NBC. It marks the first time since the late 1970s that Turner will air hockey. They did Atlanta Flames games back in the late 70s, but obviously they've been out of hockey for a long, long time. And it also gives Turner its second championship property. It airs the men's Final Four, alternating with CBS in college basketball, and it gives Turner the rights to 3 of the 4 major North American sports, because now they have NHL, they have NBA on TNT, and they have baseball on TBS. So Turner is in it with the sports now, with everything except football as far as the major sports go. The Stanley Cup Finals air on Turner in 2023. It will mark the first time since 1994 that they will only be on cable. This is a thing that I think is kind of a downgrade in a little bit, is that the 3 years that the Stanley Cup Finals are on Turner, there's no like NBC or ABC for Turner. It will only be on cable, and that I think is kind of a downgrade because less people are going to be able to watch it if it's only on cable compared to if it was on an over-the-air broadcast channel. So that's the only thing I really don't like. But Turner will also air regular season games, half of the first and second round playoff games, and a conference finals series every year. So obviously this is pretty split with ESPN as far as the playoffs go. And it also means that NBC is out of the covering the NHL for the first time since 2005. And this is the final season of their 10-year contract. So this is obviously pretty big news here for the NHL. Money-wise, this is fantastic for the NHL. I think it's also good to get it on multiple networks and not just on one. Obviously, it's the first time in a long time that that's happened. And Turner's paying $225 million per season for really the second part of this contract, and no streaming rights either. Remember, all the streaming goes to Disney, so that's why, one of the reasons that Disney is paying $410 while Turner's only paying $225. Disney does have the bigger part. They get more finals, they get the streaming package, they get the bigger part of the deal, but $225 million for really the second part of the deal, that is a big haul for the NHL. And money-wise, this is really, really good for the league. So, again, overall, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Obviously, Turner hasn't done hockey in a long time. They're going to have to hire hockey people, obviously. And it's going to be interesting what kind of how they present the game and what kind of broadcasts they have, because this is really something that they're completely new to. I'm pretty excited for it, and I think for the most part it looks really good. Obviously, the money's great. Again, the only thing I really don't like is that the finals will only be on cable the years that Turner has them. That kind of sucks, because then if you don't have cable, you really don't have a way of watching it unless you find a stream or something. But other than that, I mean, that doesn't affect me. I have cable, so it's not that big of an issue for me. But I'm just thinking of people who don't have cable. Normally, if it's on an over-the-air channel, you can still get it, like NBC or ABC or, CBS or any of those channels that are just, the main broadcasting channels. But that's not going to be an option. So the finals, I guess, will be on TNT. It's going to be really interesting as well how they do this with the NBA, because Turner obviously has the NBA on TNT as well. So hockey and basketball are the same season. They're going on at the same time. It's going to be really interesting to see how they allocate their sports time to the NBA versus the NHL and how many games they do and stuff like that. But that's all stuff that we're going to have to wait and find out. But that's the news from yesterday on the TV deal. Officially, it has not been confirmed yet, but as I've been saying, everyone's reporting it. Nobody's backtracking on the reports or anything like that. So it seems like they're just waiting on an official confirmation from the NHL for it to be official, but this is pretty much what the TV deal is going to be. So that does it for this one, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon, merchandise store, and donation links and channel memberships are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.